Good morning, first grade. Here is our book for this week. This is week 30. And the book is called Millions of Cats by Wanda Gag. So I'm going to read you this story that is kind of funny. It's not a real life story. It's a made-up story. Okay? I'm going to read it all, and then I'll show you the pictures like we always do when it's our literature book, okay? All right. So, once upon a time, there was a very old man and a very old woman. They lived in a nice, clean house, which had flowers all around it, except where the door was. But they couldn't be happy because they were so very lonely. If we only had a cat, sighed the very old woman. A cat? Asked the very old man. Yes, a sweet little fluffy cat, said the very old woman. I will get you a cat, my dear, said the very old man. And he set out over the hills to look for one. He climbed over the sunny hills. He trudged through the cool valleys. He walked a long, long time, and at last he came to a hill which was covered with cats. Cats here, cats there, cats and kittens everywhere. Hundreds of cats, thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats. Oh, cried the old man joyfully, now I can choose the prettiest cat and take it home with me. So he chose one. It was white, but just as he was about to leave, he saw another one, all black and white, and it seemed just as pretty as the first one. So he took this one also. But then he saw a fuzzy gray kitten way over there, which was every bit as pretty as the others. So he took that one too. And now he saw one way down in the corner, which he thought too lovely to leave. So he took this one too. And just then, over here, the very old man found a kitten which was black and very beautiful. It would be a shame to leave that one, said the very old man. So he took it. And now, over there, he saw a cat which had brown and yellow stripes, like a baby tiger. I simply must take that one, cried the very old man, and so he did. So it happened that every time the very old man looked up, he saw another cat, which was so pretty he could not bear to leave it. And before he knew it, he had chosen all the cats. And so he went back over the sunny hills and down through the cool valleys to show all his pretty kittens to the very old woman. It was very funny to see those hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of cats following the old man. They came to a pond. Meow, meow. We are thirsty, cried the hundreds of cats, thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats. Well, here is a great deal of water, said the very old man. Each cat took a sip of water, and the pond was gone. Meow, meow, now we are hungry, said the thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats. There's much grass on the hills, said the very old man. Each cat ate a mouthful of grass, and not one blade was left. Pretty soon the very old woman saw them coming. My dear, she cried, what are you doing? I asked for one little cat. What do I see? Cats here, cats there, cats and kittens everywhere, hundreds of cats, thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats. But we can never feed them all, said the very old woman. They will lead us out of house and home. I never thought of that, said the very old man. What shall we do? The very old woman thought for a while, and then she said, I know, we will let the cats decide which one we should keep. Oh, yes, said the very old man, and he called to the cats, which one of you is the prettiest? I am, no, I am the prettiest. I am, cried hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of little cat voices, for each cat thought they were the prettiest, and they began to quarrel. Quarrel is another word for fight. They bit and scratched and clawed each other and made such a great noise that the very old man and the very old woman ran into their house as fast as they could. They did not like such quarreling, but after a while the noise stopped, and the very old man and the very old woman peeped out of the window to see what happened. They could not see one single cat. "I think they must have eaten each other all up," said the very old woman. "It's too bad." "But look," said the very old man, and he pointed to a bunch of high grass. In it sat one little frightened kitten. They went out and picked him up. It was thin and scraggly. "Poor little kitty," said the very old woman. "Dear little kitty," said the very old man. "How does it happen that you were not eaten up with all those hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of cats?" "Oh, I'm just a very homely little cat," said the kitten. "So when you asked who was the prettiest, I didn't say anything. So nobody bothered about me." They took the kitten into the house where the very old woman gave it a warm bath and brushed its fur until it was soft and shiny. Every day they gave it plenty of milk, and soon it grew nice and plump. And it is a very pretty cat now. "After all," said the very old woman, "it is the most beautiful cat in the whole world," said the very old man. "I ought to know, for I've seen hundreds of cats, thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats, and not one was as pretty as this one." The end. Now I will show you the pictures, okay? So there's the pretty old house surrounded by flowers, except for at the door. And here's the old man who went to look for a cat. And that's when he got to the place where the millions and billions and trillions of cats were. And here's the man choosing cats. And choosing more cats because he couldn't let go. And more. He decided to take them all back with him. So they followed him. Look at that line of cats, all of them following him. And then they got to the pond and they drank the whole pond. Then they started eating grass and they ate all of the grass. Then they got to the house where the little old woman was waiting. All those millions and billions and trillions of cats. And this is when they start fighting. And look at the old woman and the old man running back to their house because they're scared. Who wants to be in the middle of such a big cat fight? And they're inside looking out the window. Then they opened the door and they couldn't find any cats except for that teeny tiny kitten that wasn't very pretty. Hang on. And then they picked it and they took care of him. They brushed him and they bathed him and they fed him warm milk. And he grew up and he tumbled and played and was a happy, sweet little cat, drinking its milk and growing. And there they are at the end, happy as can be, the old woman, the old man, and the kitty cat. I hope you liked our story. Millions of cats.